All right, we're with Dan, Maryland Double Deckers. Well, you were the man who brought these to us here in Frederick.
I am, yes.
Are you happy to be
I am. It's a wonderful city.
the instigator of that?
Yeah. Sometimes I question it, my own sanity, but yes. No, it's been wonderful. It's been the best journey in the world, yeah.
Yeah. So kind of walk back for the people who don't know the story of where you were and how this came about.
This goes back to about 2017. I had the idea to have a London bus and do weddings on a weekend, and someone pointed out to me, well, hey, you've got an asset sitting there for 6 days a week you're not going to use, and kind of killed it for a second. And then 2021, I wrote down 10 of my dreams, circled one most beneficial, which was start a London bus company, and then from that point onwards, I just carried on working at it.
Yeah.
About 2 years ago, I found these buses in a scrapyard in Chicago. Ended up moving to my house last year, April, walked in them, drove them to Frederick here, which was a long drive. It's 12 hours
I bet.
when you're only going 40 miles an hour.
I was just going to say.
So that was a long drive. But it was, once we got here, we found it, with friends, a company, and it's been a great time. I've loved Frederick since I've been here. It's been amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it's awesome. And what a great asset to Frederick this is, because I think this just adds to our charm and history, adds a little bit of British history too.
It does, yeah.
And I think it gives people an opportunity to do something they've maybe only seen in the movies or things like that.
Exactly. I mean, nobody ever sees these rolling down the road. It's so rare.
Yeah.
And when you drive in the bus, you see the faces of people driving by going, what is that? And it's just like, it's fun to see. And you get honks all the time, people waving. It's just really, it causes an atmosphere wherever it goes.
It does. It does. It is a party in a bus, which is fun. You can do that. Or, of course, you can just take the family. You guys are doing a lot of events and tours, history tours. We've got a lot of stuff coming up for Halloween for both just the adults and the kids.
Oh, yeah.
What's been the most fun thing over the course of these really, 5, 6, 7 years since you've embarked on this journey?
Oh, God. There's so many memories. It's hard to pin down one or two. I mean, the ribbon cutting was pretty momentous in itself. Yeah. I think sometimes there's moments where, like last weekend we had a wedding. I think that was one of our best private hires yet. Just for the amount of people, it was 40 some people. It was a big atmosphere, and it's wedding, so it's party. But looking at when over the last few weeks when we've had people getting on and off the bus, like customers, and you look back to when these were sitting in the scrapyard, or just those quiet moments when I didn't know what was going to happen and the struggle, and it was just to look back and just see it as it is right now. It's kind of an amazing feeling. That's when you get the feeling. It's there's no particular memories. It's just seeing it, the dream come true, and it happening.
Well, I would imagine sometimes you look at the buses again through the eyes of the people who are on it, which is, I would imagine, just such a great feeling. So is there any plans to have more buses here in the area, or?
There is a second one already here.
Yeah.
So there is number 2 bus, and there's some ideas around that bus already.
Okay.
So, and hopefully at some point, fingers crossed, I mean, if this one takes off and we do well with the first one, we can eventually have one that has a covered roof too, and red.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do want to expand. Yes, that's the whole idea, is to expand, get bigger, and be able to do more. You know, and each bus have its own product line, and just something. Yeah.
How long did it take you to learn how to drive the bus?
Yeah. That was a crash course.
Literally or figuratively?
No, I didn't know. Definitely. I remember so I'd been given a brief overview by a friend in the UK, like do X, Y, Z, and this is how you get it to start and whatever else. So I mean, starting them up is a whole process. There's no key. It's like a process. You have to touch it. It almost feels like you're in Harry Potter. It's like a secret little thing. It feels like you're in Harry Potter or something. You have to do all these little things to get it to go. It's a whole process. And then, but I remember the first time I ever drove the bus. I was on the driveway, had my ex-girlfriend there, she was sitting there, and we rocked it back and forth a couple of times, and then all of a sudden I just kept them going. She's like, wait, are you stopping? I'm like, no, we're going. She's like, really? That was it. We went out and did a circle of the block, and it was just kind of like, we're really moving this bus now, we're really doing it. And
That's
it was just,
so fun.
It was
terrifying.
Terrifying at the same time, really, really fun. It was, and now it's just, it comes so naturally. It's just like, I can do it in my sleep. And, I enjoy it. I love driving these things. I mean, it's. I've heard bus drivers back in the UK say that they wish they could take them home and use them. And for a little bit last year, I had like 3 or 4 weeks where I did have to use it as my own personal car. So I was taking it to the grocery store, and I was like, you know what? It's the truth. The truth is there. It really does feel like it. You want to take it home with you. And
I love it.
They're just so wonderful to drive.
Yeah, really fun. Well, they're wonderful to ride as well. So check out MarylandDoubleDeckers.com. Book yourself some tickets for some of their great events. You won't regret it. It's a ton of fun. And these guys are amazing. MarylandDoubleDeckers.com. Thank you so much. That was
Thank
great.
you, Dani.